Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is still Show Business here on Xylophone TV. My name still remains Kwesi SL. Maybe it wouldn't be your regular start of the show, but who be here to say a better train sound come because Ghana has Hasemba. Okotina be a buy yesterday near wake up. Okwa sorry yesterday send uncle for camp. Okotina a shop yesterday send Obia chena adwen ekofo trotro e hokrampo de ebubu ejum market women everywhere in Ghana asemba obia kanede nti both at the end of the day no krena nkasa no ne de entro afafaso bebre na ye wonyan basa ohun ne ye no kre ohun ne ye entro nti asemba sa na ye na ehu behia se ye de omo a omo asem no mu nimde people who know about the issues, people who are there from day one when the issues started. Send a bear omode and a cranny bear then a betuja. Intinia make can say we all know the stories with Menzgold near the intimate co a hobby bree. But afterwards, near AC. Now near me one crampons and cofono more to normal crucify him. They are the ones today praising him. And membo be adding here. Then who be here say me new beer. You can't Menzgold in some semi or tears here or onim dear onim near call onim send asem near drew onim baby free near dear beba near better chain chromo or no NA Kasama for Emma Menzgold. I'm talking about the PRO of Menzgold. I'm talking about none other bet ye name ni Amarteifio. Thank you very much, sir, for coming.
Thank you very much, Cecil.
Okay, so just on the lighter note, this is show business.
That's true.
And right now is the finest show.
I'm told.
You know.
I'm told.
But it's I am to say maybe today we're not today's show is unpredictable though. My main can is because if it becomes necessary, so we have to delve deep into the issues. I will do that. But like I'm saying, we might bring on the usual entertainment issues as well. And who be here to say obey you comment and also be asking bisa one or two be also opesa ubisa nasa wajenche you can also bring it through. Send them we my one. The WhatsApp numbers are there. Just leave your comments and questions there, and I would ask Ni Amarteifio. So Ni, once again, welcome.
Thank you.
First of all, let's look at Menzgold. Okay, give us the account leading to we'll come to whether it's a Ponzi scheme, the way for target and sure. But first of all, let's look at what accounted to the bail. Then we'll look at the other subsequent issues.
All right, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here. It's like I'm back home. Yeah. I used to work here. I'm still a worker though.
Yes, exactly.
And then I have to move to Menzgold to go and do PR work. But it's good to be back. Well, Menzgold issue, as I said, everybody has an opinion when it comes to Menzgold issues, and you can't take it away from anybody because everybody is entitled to his or her opinions. But then again, the fact must be stated as it is, and that's what I'm here to do. Exactly. Our boss, the CEO of Menzgold Company, Nanapia Mensa, around December thereabout, went to Dubai. So the reason for his journey to Dubai was because a company known as Horizon Royal Diamond, we shipped gold quantity 750 kg to them around April, May 2018 thereabout. And what happened is that when we ship the gold to you, a month or based on the contract that we signed with you, you have to pay. But it took them a long time to pay. So at a point, Menzgold have to shut down in Ghana because a letter from SEC came to us on the 7th of September that as far as they are concerned, there is a problem with our gold collectible product.
So just hold on. Then have you done business with this Horizon Diamond before?
Several times.
So
we've done. They are our main clients.
Okay.
We've supplied them gold over 1,000 kg.
But this time around, the payment delayed.
This time the payment delayed.
Okay,
because
continue.
We shipped a gold for them in April. The money did not come in until like June, July there. So what happened was that when we shut down on the 12th of September, what our board decided to do now to go out, because people that we ship gold to are outside the shores of Ghana, to go and then retrieve or collect those monies. And one of the companies that owe us at that time was Horizon Royal Diamond. So he got to Dubai on the 7th of December. But unknown to him, at the time he got there, the people have already reported him to the police that he has rather defrauded them of an amount of $51 million. So Horizon has now, they have gone to the police, Abasha police station, to now report Nana Appiah Mensah that he rather has defrauded them a gold quantity roughly around 1,000 kg, which worth $51 million, unknown to him. Okay. So it got to Dubai with the intention to go and collect this money that these people are owing them, and they have showed.
And how much were they owing Nana Appiah Mensah?
At the time that the contract was signed and the shipment was done, it was around $28 million. That was the contractual value on that gold at that time. But normally gold is always sold at the world existing price. Exactly. So at the time he got down the fed, unknown to him, as I said, the people have reported him to the Dubai authorities. So when he got there, he was arrested. He didn't even know what he has done. It was at the police station that they told him that this is what these people have done. So he was arraigned before court. In Dubai, they have what they call the court of first instance. That's called, you can term it the high court here or the lower court here. So we started court proceedings, and then the charges were read to him. So we fought the case in at the court. At the time the case was being fought or being battled in the court, our boss was in custody there. He was not granted bail. Until he won the case. I think he won the case around April thereabout or so. So it's like maybe say 4 to 5 months. At that time the case has traveled. So he won the case. When he won the case, those people have the opportunity to now take the case up again. So in the ruling, the judge says that they have 15 or 30 days of which they can file for an appeal because they're entitled for an appeal.
That is the company that lost to Nana
Appiah Mensah. Exactly. In fact, in that ruling, what the judge said explicitly was that the company lied that Nana Appiah Mensah has defrauded them. It's not true. And the judge made it clear to them that the contract that or the people that they shipped the gold to, Nana Appiah Mensah was not aware. Neither was he part of the company, was he part of the meetings. In fact, he was exonerated entirely of everything that they accused him of at the court. So the judge ruled and said that don't say that again, that this man has defrauded you. This man has not defrauded you of any gold. Rather, you owe him, because the man even stated clearly in court through his counsel that indeed we have shipped a good amount, this quantity to them that we haven't paid. Even at a point in time, they made an argument strongly that because they think we owe them $51 million, which they think we defrauded them, they are taking the $51 million, they are taking the $28 million that they owe us from the 51. So it's an even admission that
they owe you money.
They owe us money. That's how it is. So the judge ruled, and it was clear. So after 15 days, they filed for an appeal at the appeal court. We went there again. Once again, it was no decision was taken that this man doesn't have any. Don't have any case against this man again. So once again, he was exonerated. Of all charges. Of all the charges that was leveled against him. Now he's done in Dubai. Meanwhile, in Ghana, they are also looking for him because, according to the CID, he has defrauded people in Ghana. So they trigger what we call red alert.
By people, you mean Menzgold clients.
Menzgold clients.
And these are people who, prior to that, were getting their dividends and their profits as and when they are due.
Exactly. So they went to the CID to lodge a complaint. That's what the CID told us, and the case is in court, so I will not go into details with it. Exactly. So after he was done in Dubai, it means that he has to come to Ghana.
So hold on. Did Nana Appiah Mensah decide to come to Ghana by himself, or there were authorities, Ghanaian authorities in Dubai that expatriated him to Ghana?
Good question. Now, when the case was done in Dubai, don't forget that the reason why the Ghana government was not able to bring him at that time because we don't have any extradition treaty with Dubai. So now what they need to do is what's called diplomatic talk that need to do between Ghana and then Dubai. But when the case was over, people were saying that this man will not come. Even at the time that was in Dubai, people didn't even believe that was going through the court process. They think it's going to run away.
So let me just ask a quick question here. When Nana Appiah Mensah was in Dubai, the authorities in Ghana, were they aware where Nana Appiah Mensah was?
Well, at the time he got there on the 5th, they weren't aware.
Okay.
But when he got there and was arrested, he was the first person to make the call to Iyoko.
So Nanapia Mensah called Iyoko to inform them
exactly
his location.
His location, that is in Dubai.
Okay, continue.
He called them. And that is on record.
Okay.
It's on record. Okay. To the extension, then Iyoko then informed the government of Ghana that the man that we said he has run away or absconded is in Dubai, and he personally has called that is there, but there are some charges that's been leveled against him. So that's what happened. Now, after the case, now he has to come, and don't forget that Dubai and Ghana have extradition treaty. Okay, so there must be a diplomatic call.
Okay.
But the first person who willingly said that he really wants to come to Ghana was himself when the case was done. He told the consulate that he wants to come to Ghana. So then arrangement was made. And then on 11th of July, he landed in Ghana. Immediately he landed in Ghana, the CID picked him at the airport because they said he has a case to answer, as I've told you, because it's because of that case that they triggered the red alert. So they picked him up straight to the CID headquarters. The lawyers were there. He was interrogated, and the presence of his lawyers, after that, they processed him for court. So on the 12th of July, that was a Friday, we went to court, and then the charges were read to him, and then he was remanded for 2 weeks.
Okay. Now, on the charges, did he plead guilty to any of the charges?
Not guilty to one of the charges.
He didn't plead guilty
because,
to any
none
of it.
them,
Exactly.
As I said, the case is in court, so we don't need to go much into it. But there were 9 charges that was preferred against him. And once again, he said no charges to all of them, not guilty to all.
Exactly.
So it was adjourned, was remanded 2 weeks, and then the 26th was the day of our adjourned date. So we went to court on 26th. Then in court on the 6th, the lawyers, led by the indefatigable Kwame Akufo, moved for bail for his client, that is Nanapia Mensah. So he made a strong case there, and the judge, not before the judge, the prosecutor, ASP Asari, rose to his feet, and then he says that he is not opposed to the bail application, but then again the judge should factor in the amount and then how much he has to put on the accused in terms of bail. Okay, so then the judge, Madam Harriet Jane Akwilekwe, then granted the bill. This time around, when she was granting the bill, she said that he must bring 5 sureties, 3 that has to be justified, and then in monetary conditions, he put a bill bond of 1 billion Ghana cedis on him.
So the 1 billion Ghana cedis, we get it. We know it's a huge sum of money. Now, when you talk about 5 sureties and 3 has to be justified, what is that justification? What do we mean by that?
Good. So what it means is that he needs 5 people to sign the bill bond. Out of the 5, 3 of them that must be justified. They must have or they must possess landed document which is equivalent or close to the 1 billion Ghana cedis. So
in brief, these 3 people together with Nanapia Mensah, we are looking at properties that
Nanapia is out of it, because if you're an accused person, you're out.
So these 3 people, we are looking at extra 3 billion worth of properties.
No, the 3 people together, their landed property must amount to 1 billion.
All of the 3 people,
all of the 3
together.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes.
Then when they get that, then the 2 will now come in, and then they will sign. So it means the 5 sureties, 3 to be justified. Okay. So that was also supposed to do to get him out of prison custody. Yeah. And you and I know how difficult it is this time around, because don't forget that one of the arguments that the lawyers made was that when the issue started, the state confiscated all our assets, both Menzgold and then him. So we don't even have anything to place as in terms of properties. You get it? So as part of the lawyer said that the judge must even consider that in apportioning or allotting cash or monetary terms to the bill. So when the 1 billion came to us, it was like, well, let's see how we are going to work it out. But in fact, it was difficult raising the 1 billion worth of properties. So at a point in time, the lawyers came in and they says, well, they can go and file for a variation, which is allowed in law. Because if you look at the criminal procedure, I think section 9.3 or so tells you that a bail condition must not be harsh and must not be excessive. That's it is. So based on that, they went back to court. So that was, I think, on the 6th of August, was a Tuesday. So we went back to court. And then they made the argument before her ladyship. And her ladyship considered the argument and says, okay, she wants to vary the bill condition. This time around, he now says that she's maintaining the 1 billion cedis, but now he's taking the 3 sureties out to be justified. Now only 5 people must sign the bill bond plus the 1 billion condition, and then he can walk away. What it means is that the 5 people that are going to sign, they don't need to bring any document again. Okay. Just that, and she was very specific. He said 5 people who are gainfully employed. That's what she said. So we came back now to the CID, look for the 5 gainfully employed people. We got to them by the grace of God. Then we moved to the CID. We moved to the registry. It was there that they brought him, and then we signed the necessary document. He also came to sign to the bill bond, and he was released.
Okay. So ni Amarteifio na yene na etwetwe nkomo ha on show business send and this is not a regular start to the show, but who be here so say ni akoso nyina no will bring you a brief and a detailed discussion into the matter. And he said utia wama a brief background to what happened before Nanapia Mensa Airco Dubai wama also wache ni see what Dubai wache mu and I'm saying Nanapia Mensa and I'll say willingly decided to buy Ghana and not buy, and now we're at the bill condition. So watch him say you're called buying, you know. So now we're going to after the bill condition, we'll look at Nanapia Mensa. Enti Ceciano, currently, where is Nanapia Mensa? Is he at home?
Yes. I think where Dabena signed the press release, I think 2 days ago.
Yes.
Now he released the press statement.
Wednesday.
We're trying to let the customers what is happening at this point, because most of them were worried. What is the next step? And you know the usual chorus. When is payment starting?
Exactly.
So we need to let them know what is happening and the way forward of the company. So on in that press release that I signed off, what we were telling them that the chief executive officer is home now because he's been granted bail, is home. But then again, because he has been through excruciating pains when he was in Dubai custody, and when he came to Ghana, he has to be in police custody for 3 weeks. He's human. He's gone through a lot. So definitely he needs an urgent medical attention. Okay. So we informed them that this is what our CEO is going to go through for some time now. We didn't give them a timeline to it. The reason is because it's the doctors that are supposed to give us that, oh, it will be okay at that time, it will be okay at that time. By the time that I was signing off the statement, the doctors have not given us concrete date that at this time it will be okay. So we left it there. Says that it's going through the medical attention. When that is done, the point is this. Our CEO has not been with us for some time now. Okay, so now that is back and we have this problem at hand. The best thing we could do as management is to first meet with him, to now brief him about when he was not around, this is what happened. And then he can now tell us the plans that he has going forward for the company and then the customers as well. So that's the stage that we are in. Immediately we get the green light that he's okay, he's fine. The meeting will come off. We'll have the discussion with him. Whatever discussion we're going to have, of course, I'll be there. I'll relay it to the customers to know at what point is the CEO going to address them, because it's very important that he address them. And I keep telling people that, and you say he's afraid to address the customers. No, it's not at all. In fact, when we were in court on the 25th, and he saw the people, he was like, hey, so all these people were here because of me. Wow, I wish I could say 1 or 2 to them.
So we'll come back to the reaction of people when in CC and then also what their reactions or their actions are being after or by and the whole bill. Because personally, me who videos of people at the court, they were shouting, our hero, our hero, our hero, and all of that. Are you surprised? Say, I mean, even before we get to that, have you met Nanapia Mensa?
Yes, I have.
Now, when you met him, do you see as a man who do you see him broken? Is he broken? Like, is he discouraged from? What would you say about his state of mind right now as a person and as a businessman?
Thank you. And this question is not only you. A lot of people have asked me the same questions. They were like, how is it feeling like? Because of all this pressure all over him. I see, if you know my boss very well, he's a strong man, mentally, spiritually, physically. He's a very strong man. I was even surprised at his level of energy when I met him the first time, because a man who has been in prison custody in Dubai for 6 good months and is back, and
even in Dubai, an innocent
man.
Exactly.
And I saw him was like, "Nee, everything will be fine," and he would rather try to encourage you. That's him. I was like, I thought I should rather come and say, "Chi, everything will be fine." He would say, "Oh, Nee, don't worry, everything will be fine. We are not coming to work." And I was like, wow. So he's in good spirit. He's not down, but you see, as strong as he is, I'm saying medically, you cannot detect or say what is really wrong with the person. Because as I sit here now, I'll be strong. I can just get off here and fall down. You get it? So the fact that we say he's going through medical checkup, people shouldn't read meanings in that he's sick, he's not well, and that kind of thing. People are reading so much meanings into it. No, not at all. He's a strong person, and mentally he's also strong. He's up to the task. In fact, the challenge ahead, trust me, is up to it.
Okay, let me just bring in questions that I mean, this one says that, a quick one. What happened to the online migration, or what happened that the online migration didn't go through? Ken from Takrade. This is Amarh says, Horizon appealed. What was in the appeal? Was it to bargain, or they were still insisting on appeal fraud them? I think because the case he already won the case, we can't go into the appeal bit of it because he already won. Now, so perhaps what was in it wouldn't really matter. In terms of the person asking about the online migration, I would want to ask a question, then you put all of it together. Did that delay in payment from Horizon affected the operations of Menzgold here?
Well, what happened in Ghana has nothing to do with what happened in Dubai. In Ghana, it was a different kettle of fish. It was we not having license. That's according to SEC. That's why they shut us down. And when we shut down,
let me reframe the question. The immediate, shut down of Menzgold. Really, did it have any impact on the operations of Menzgold?
Yes, it did. It took, a huge impact on us. So what it means that we couldn't trade anymore. And you see, what even hurt the company the more was the kind of negative stories that were churned out in the media. People were trying to tag us as a Ponzi scheme. People were writing all sort of things about Menzgold. In fact, people don't even realize that before even Menzgold shut down on the 12th of September, there have been a lot of panic withdrawal from our customers because of BOG consistent letter to the media saying that they should be very careful in dealing with us. So anytime there's a notice from BOG, what it does is that it presses or it pushes the panic button. And you know what? There is no institution, a financial institution anywhere, not even the World Bank, that can stand or withstand panic withdrawals. Nothing.
Let's look at this. The media, you talk about BOG always releasing letter to the media. Sure. Would you say in the case of Menzgold, the media did a terrible job, or perhaps they weren't quite professional in their dealings with Menzgold, and maybe they had jumped onto every news and tagging Menzgold Ponzi schemes and everything? And would you say the customers also take part of the blame?
Well, I'll put the blame squarely on the media. What I realized is that they didn't even understand the operations of Menzgold. It's a gold dealership firm. So when the issue happened, instead of them to seek proper briefing or get the right people to speak to, they were speaking to quote-unquote experts who knows next to nothing about the operations of Menzgold. And based on what that so-called expert was telling them, they were using that as their headlines. And it was terrible. At the point in time, I have to gather about, let's say, 10 journalists to even speak to them to explain the operations of Menzgold to them. And you'll be amazed the kind of questions they were asking me. Very, very ignorant. Yet, those are people who sat on radio and leveled all kinds of allegations on the company. So it was a difficult challenge at that time. The customers too at that time didn't also understand the operations of the company so well. In fact, at a point in time when I start to educate the customers about what we do, it was that time that they start also defending us. But before then, they were on the other side.
Okay.
But when they got the education, they didn't understand that, oh, this is what we were doing. And I tried to explain to them that, no, we are not a Ponzi scheme. In fact, if they go and check with the PMMC, because what they do every month is to do a league table to see how many of the gold firms are exporting gold. So have the table. And consistently, we've been, according to the late Amarh, who was the CEO of PMC, he says that we've always been third and fourth. So there's no way a Ponzi scheme can do that.
So would you say government institutions and government, perhaps, I wouldn't want to go say officials, let's put it institutions and state institutions probably, would you say would take part of this blame, or would their actions, any actions may have contributed to this whole brouhaha and the issues surrounding Menzgold?
Well, I also don't want to blame anybody here. Okay. I don't want to blame anybody. I think that, and I've said it somewhere, that if SEC have sat down with us to understand the operations of the company, they wouldn't have written that letter that they wrote to us on the 7th of September to shut down. It's because they didn't even understand it, what we're doing. And even if, in fact, let's take it, we don't have the requisite license to operate in the gold collectibles. And SEC is saying that we should come under them. Okay? If you look at the law at 932, that's the SEC Act, it doesn't give them the authority and the power to shut the company down. There's a penalty that have to be paid. So we are supposed to go and pay the penalty and we continue our business. But they ask us to shut down, which is against even the Act. Okay, so I suddenly realized that they even don't understand, and so I don't want to blame anybody. In fact, that's the reason why we decided to go to court at that time. Okay. And I wish you could get the copy of that judgment. It was so much detail. The judge put everything into perspective, and I've read it over and over to the point that he told BOG what he's supposed to do, he told SEC what SEC is supposed to do, and he also told us what he was supposed to do. Okay. And I wish people can get a copy of that and read.
So this person who sent this test says that, do Menzgold management care about customers? Management failed to update customers since NAM1 was apprehended in Dubai. You have truly treated customers unfairly by solo dummy. So this feeds into the question that I'm going to ask with press releases and fake press releases and all of that. Did it contribute to perhaps the misinformation out there and people really decide to orchestrate an agenda to put out fake press releases and all of that?
I agree with the latter. People did that, and there were a lot of releases that was coming from people that we don't even know, and they are writing on behalf of the company that the company have not even said anything. So what we realized, we realized that later, I think around October thereabout. So there was a meeting on the 7th of October, I think in La Paz or so, where we called the customers, we called the stakeholders, and we had a wonderful brainstorming session with the customers. We had a lot of deliberation from the customers. And so as part of if you get a copy of the 8th October press release that's the first press release that we decided not to sign. The reason is because they want to know the difference between an official press statement and unofficial press statement. So then the customers told us that for them to know which one is right or which one is fake, which one is original, the PRO have to sign on the press release. That's why now you see that every press release that comes up, I have to sign to let them know that this is coming from Menzgold.
Okay, so this person is saying that Ghana is a country where people can talk anyhow, even if they don't know nothing about the issue. Thank you for explaining it well, Bonzi from East Legon. This one says that I believe in NAM1. Let's trust the process and God will do the best. This is Dizion from North Carnation. We got that one. Said, please let NAM1 know that with the customers have stood behind him for day one, but he should not take advantage of that. They should do fast and pay our monies, because a lot of customers too also needs medical attention. Thanks, Edmond from La Paz is well appreciated. Now, let's wrap it all up. Now let's look at the plans for the customers. Then after, I'll come to the plans for Menzgold as an organization. Let's wrap it up.
Good. I mean, there's only one thing the customers are expecting from us: payment. And I've said over and over, they have every right to demand that, because it's been long. I mean, since September. I think next month is 1 year. Okay,
yes.
So they've been, but I want to say a big thank you to our customers, and let me say God to bless all of them, because it's not easy to get your funds locked up in there and still stand behind the company. It's not easy. Let me tell you what happened on the 26th of July, when Chief was going to court the second time. In fact, there were customers in Takwa, Kumasi, Takrady. By 4 a.m., they were at the court premises.
So they traveled all the way from
Kumasi and Takwa, and they were there in their NAM1'S
in solidarity.
Chief, when they got there, come and see the chorus, free NAM, free. And when Chief saw it, was like, are those people for us? I said yes. So as for the customers, trust me, management is grateful for them, and see the sacrifice they put in. We can't let them down. We can't afford to let these customers down. And that is why Chief himself in the release, he's saying that when the appropriate time comes, he would definitely address them to show his gratitude to them. So for the customers, plans will be put in place. But for now, I cannot say anything now, because we need to meet as management with him to take a decision. I cannot come out unilaterally to say that this is what we have for you. It's not right. So immediately we have that meeting and discussion are held and decisions are taken. I'll be in a hurry to let them know the way forward in terms of payment. But I need to end with this: the commitment that we made on 8th of October, that we're going to pay them their principal. We are still resolute, resilient on that commitment, and management of Menzgold, with our boss as the leader, would definitely honor that obligation.
So you're basically ensuring every client of Menzgold that every penny will be paid to. Now let's look at finally the plans for Menzgold as an organization. Cool. Are we still going to have Menzgold operating after the storm is over?
Yes, I know Menzgold is going to bounce back. I mean, see, as we deal in gold, and you know, before gold become a refined gold, it has to go through fire.
Yes.
Before it become a refined gold. This is what we are going through now.
So you're having a taste of your own product.
Exactly. That's what it is. We're having a taste of our own product. It's been painful. It's been frustrating. It's been hard. See, when this gold issue happened, if I tell you the number of staff who are still at home now, they used to get their daily bread every day. Now walk through all the branches. Some of the branches are even growing weed. It's not easy. These are companies that used to be very vibrant. Now they are no more. So it's not easy. It's very, very difficult. And the challenges the customers are going through is the same challenges the staff and the company is also going through. But you see, there is always hope. And that's what we've held on to all these years. And we know one day somehow, Menzgold, because now our preoccupation, our focus is to how we settle our customers. Immediately that is done, business will definitely bounce back. And when Menzgold bounces back again, the world will hear about us. So
definitely there is light at the end of the tunnel. That is what he says. So basically, if you're a Menzgold client, if you're a customer of Menzgold, be rest assured that your principal, your penny, your investment will be paid to you. Are these exactly your words? I want to be
not exactly my words, but these are words from the company. That we are committed to it, and we'll make sure that as we've assured them that principals will be paid, we will follow and adhere to that commitment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So this message is for you. It says, Nyamiche Mabel inside Ejeso. I like the way this PRO is explaining the issues. Why doesn't Bulldog learn from him? Praying everything goes on smoothly and business starts again. That's the reason why. Bulldog is a regular, panel.
People must understand that Bulldog is not a staff of Menzgold.
It's good, exactly.
It's a xylophone.
Yeah.
So he also has his own way of also dealing with the issues.
Okay, so this is what somebody's need. Has the Dubai money hit the account yet? And will that amount be enough to settle all customers? Isaac Ejumako. Zeni, please don't forget we still have Judas among these. Those that are singing Free Our Hero. Good evening. Is Remix Mbochi inside Kwewu and Prior. So that is what they are asking. But we'll wrap it all up here.
Okay.
Then hopefully, trust me, when the news of the plans for payment comes, we'll all be happy to share it. I would want to be the first person to break that news or to have me on the show. So are you promising that when it happens you come here first too?
You see, this is the mother company,
exactly.
And this is the TV station for the company. So if there's any news like that has to be breaking, it has to be here. So I'll come and break that news here.
All right, thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
So it's been me, Amarteifio, PRO of Menzgold, Ghana. This is show business. We just today didn't start with our regular lineup. We had to give you something to bite into, some assurance, and be rest assured that your monies will be paid. My name is Chris Yesa. This is show business. I'm doing a quick break. When I come back, we'll go straight to entertainment, show business. It would interest you to know that today we're talking about the Ghana movie industry and all other matters related to it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.